Hello everybody. Today we are at the beloved Oleo Co-working, waiting for Bobby to pick us up. We are actually going to look at a new truck down in Rochester. So it looks like a pretty sweet truck. Hopefully it's as clean as it looks online. And yeah, you guys will be on the journey with us.
Brad and Brian bought a new 3 Timbers truck.
So this is a F250 6.2 liter V8. It's only got 34,000 miles on it, and it just hit the lot today. So we came down and we scooped it up. So now we will be heading back to the cities.
So as you guys know, Brad picked out an A-plus truck. The only problem with that A-plus truck is we got to a stoplight the second day and it stopped running. It wasn't Brad's fault. We'll show you the truck and then we'll show you what's wrong with it when we go and grab it from the house.
It's clean on the outside from what you can see.
Yeah, so we're gonna give you just a few warnings and a couple things we actually learned from like our mechanic that checks all of our trucks. So Brad's already shown you the beauty that we've owned for approximately 36 hours. You guys can see, and Brad actually noticed this right out of the gate, but the dealer kind of lied to us. And Brad's like, hey, it's painted. That's bad, right? He's like, some people that's just how some of them are made. They're just painted that way. And it's like, What we learned out of the gate is, mechanic said, underneath this beautiful body, it is the rustiest thing he's ever seen in his life. He said his hand almost popped through about 5 places. And he said when he tried to like unscrew some of the bolts, he said they just crumbled in his hands. He said that this was a mining truck. So there are trucks like this that look perfectly clean and they'll sit there on a mine and they'll just sit there for years. So they'll have very little miles on it, but they'll all rust out from the bottom. He said, number one, it's so rusty that he won't even work on it. So that's bad sign number one. Number two, he said that a bunch of our fuel line intakes were just cut in some capacity, so they were leaking like crazy, and that's why the truck died on me at the stoplight, because it just no fuel. So he said that's not a good thing. He was also saying like pretty much all the suspension shot. He said that this wheel, or maybe it was the left wheel, is like right on the verge of coming off.
I get to drive this down to Rochester right now.
He got it in a condition that we could get back to Rochester. His explanation was just get rid of it. Even though it looks really, really nice, you gotta unload it. What he told us to do is no matter what, get it off our hands. He said you can sue them, you can threaten them with lawyers, you can do anything you possibly can, because this is 2012, it's 2022, tail end, and we're not covered by the lemon laws anymore. So we can't just go and turn it around and say, hey, buyer's remorse, we need you guys to take it back, we're not covered. So we called them the first time and they were like, no, that's your truck. So then we got lawyers involved very quickly and threatened them very quickly with a suit. And now they've said, yes, please bring it back immediately. So one more thing we learned, 250s. You can see this is a nice Super Duty. We're looking for a 250, 350, so 3/4 ton or full ton, 1 ton.
1 ton.
Thanks. And Steve, our mechanic that knows way more than us, he essentially said, at this point, with such a limited amount of trucks on the market in that range of 3/4 ton to 1 ton, he said just buy something new. Because at this point, he said you're going to buy something for like 30, 35, 40 grand, and you're going to end up needing to put 10 grand into it just to make sure it runs within the first 2 years. So at that point, it doesn't even make sense. You might as well spend the 55, have the warranty, and just bite the bullet. So that's probably what we're gonna do at this point. But yeah, we're gonna head down to Rochester now.
So the journey begins. Heading back to Rochester with this hot piece of garbage that we bought from this dealer. So if anything happens along the way, don't be surprised if this video is titled "Car Breaks Down After 36 Hours After Owning It." and bringing it back to the dealership. So fingers crossed we make it there in one piece. So I made it to Rochester, out of the car, and it reeks like gas. Look at this. Look at all that gas that just, it's been parked here for maybe 2 minutes and it's just pooling out of there.
Transaction complete. Returned it.
We got our money back.
Yeah. After
Thankfully.
after a threat, it went really smooth. They were pretty quick to get that deal done.
Yeah. They asked us if we wanted to look at anything else in the lot. Like,
no, but they want us to keep them in mind for our future purchases that we need to throw in the dumpster. Every company makes mistakes, so we can agree to that, and we're fine with that. Like, I mean, we make mistakes and we just have to fix it. But the way that they handled it, the original thing of them saying, hope it's not too expensive for you, that's where we're not doing business again.
yeah. So now we're at a real Ford dealership and we're gonna price out
250s and 350s.
new trucks. All right, so we picked up our new truck. We actually bought it from our mechanic. He had this for sale. It's a 2022 F250 STX. It's a 10-speed gas. It's not a diesel. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's got the work truck style. So 2 doors here. It's perfect for what we're using it for. As you can see there, there's only 5,000 miles on it, so this thing's basically brand new. It's exactly what we were looking for. It's got an 8-foot bed on it. We're gonna drop in a bed liner and a tonneau cover at some point. But yeah, this has been quite the journey of truck buying, and I hope you guys can learn something from it, so maybe avoid some issues down the road. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week.